The Nikki Clarke Show, transforming lives one story at a time. If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.NikkiClarkeNetwork.com.
Welcome back. Wow, we have so much to talk about. Let me ask you a question then. What time is it?
Hot Topics!
That's right, it's time for Hot Topics, and what Hot Topics are, it's what's trending on the timelines and social media, what people are talking about when they converge at the water cooler at work. And joining me in the Hot Topics discussion is Jonathan Juiceman Shaw. Please welcome him to the show.
Good evening, how you doing?
I'm good. I like your suit. It's very dapper.
Very much.
Thank you. All right.
You look nice too, and you're ready.
Yeah, thank you. I try a little bit. So, how was your long weekend? Good?
My weekend was blessed.
Yeah.
I did a lot of different things, hung out with some friends, went to a barbecue, played with my son, had a play date at another friend's house, and went up to Caledon and over my friend's house.
Caledon? What's in Caledon?
My friend just bought a brand new house, and we were doing ATV riding around the house and stuff like that. So
I've never done that. That looks like a lot of fun.
it's fun, but I went up a big hill, and I was like, well, how do I get back down? It was kind of scary.
Yeah, you had your helmet and all that stuff. Yeah, good. Well, I spent some time with family, and you really feel cool, like a really cool mom, when your 20-year-old son allows you to kind of go to movies with him, and and he's not like 6 steps behind you. We're actually standing like neck to neck, and the girls. After we came out of the movie theater, I didn't think I was going to be that mom, but I am. The girls are coming and they're like, looking at her like that, and then I got into like baby, like mama bear mode. I'm like, can I help you? So I guess I'm going to be that type of mom with him. When the women are coming. Yeah, he's a handsome young man, so beware. I got claws. So Raptors.
Let's go Raptors.
Let's go Raptors. We the North.
We the other. We the other.
Oh, that was so rude.
Very rude.
Wasn't that rude? Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, you have a poll out and you say who you think is going to win, and then you put the other team, and I mean, there's no other team. It's us. We the North.
I love how Mayor Tory addressed that. That was like perfect.
Sending the note.
Sending a note.
I love that.
That was wonderful. So what do you think is going to happen tonight? Where are we at? Because you're keeping score for us all night.
We're in Cleveland.
Okay.
For those that don't know, Cleveland, like the professional teams, have not won anything in the last 50 years. Let's keep it that way. So you never know. Now, I mean, nobody thought that we would even win a game. They said, it's going to be 4-0, we're going to get swept. Then it was 2-1, and they said, oh, well, they're going to take it in 5 games, and then now it's 2-all. So all the pressure is on the Cavaliers and LeBron. And I mean, the Raptors, this is game 5 in Cleveland. Let's hope we take it in Cleveland, then come back and win it back in our park, Jurassic Park, ACC. And let me tell you, if Toronto wins, we're going to turn over Toronto.
Let's go to that. Yes? That could happen. 15 years it took us. I mean, just the fact that
20 years.
20 years.
20 years to actually get this far.
To get this far. So, I mean, even that's a victory. I mean, to me, no matter how this plays out, I think they still won. They're still winners in my eyes.
Definitely. But I think as you go through each and every round, you want more. It's just like anybody else. It's like a kid in a candy store. You won, you want to win again, you want to go to the finals. You want to go to the NBA finals. And I mean, they say that we do not have a hope in hell of getting there, but you never know. Any given day, just as long as you put in the shots, and and let's hope tonight's game, they don't wait till the 3rd quarter to actually call fouls, on Cleveland, so we actually can get to the foul line. Because I mean, 3 quarters without any fouls being called on the other team is crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, we wish them the best of luck tonight. I saw something when I was coming in today about Stephen Harper, our ex-Prime Minister, resigning today. Did you hear that?
Yes.
What do you think, Juice Man?
I'm on camera, right?
Yes, you are.
Even though I'm not an American, I plead the fifth on the grounds that what I may say may incriminate. I'll leave it at that.
Right.
But I mean, he was our prime minister.
Yes.
One of the good things that he did, and the only good thing he did, was actually reduce the GST down to, from I think it was 7% down to 5%. Could be wrong.
It was so small we didn't notice.
Well, I mean, before we were paying like 15% tax or even higher than that, and now it's like 13%. So,
Got it. Yeah.
so I'm happy for that. I'm happy.
All right, we have to be grateful. There's latitude and gratitude. And I'm grateful for a great show tonight. We've got some amazing guests. So come right back. Juice Man, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back. Nikki Clarke Show. We're going to to the Nikki Clarke Show, and sitting beside me is a very dapper entrepreneur. He's the managing director and founder of Armor Block. Please welcome Del Miller to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you, sir, for being here and sharing the good word of Armor Block. So tell me a little bit about your background leading up to where you are right now, starting this company.
I mean, the quick Reader's Digest version of who I am.
Yes.
So I'm Jamaican.
Big up.
And I'm really, really proud.
All the Jamaicans are nice. Like, we have to cover this, and then we'll,
So I'm I'm a part of the Jamaican immigrant story. I've been here since I was 16. Did high school and university here.
Where'd you grow up in Jamaica?
Westmoreland.
Westmoreland.
That's Negril, near Negril. Yeah.
Rick's Cafe.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I love Rick's Cafe.
Yes.
I'll be going to Jamaica in a few weeks, and I'm definitely going to Rick's Cafe.
I just got back.
Okay, I know. And so my degree from the University of Ottawa is in computer engineering. So for many years I've been in the IT tech space. I've worked for companies like Motorola, almost worked for Nortel, but didn't, some strange reason. And Patelis, I've worked for the Hersheyvet Group. If you've seen Goggins Den or Shark Tank, I worked for Robert Hersheyvet at one point.
Wow, very impressive.
Like you do an IT security space. And that's where I kind of had the idea of Armor Block.
Okay. So, all right, maybe some of us have this wonderful piece that was gifted to us by Del today. So this is mine.
Yes.
So this is what it looks like. It's like a sleeve,
yes.
Right? It's called a blocking sleeve and a security protection. So what has happened in society that this has come about, that this is a necessity now?
Well, so essentially, let me explain. So there are two sleeves that I have here. One is for passports.
Okay. So that's passport size.
This is passport size, and
right.
The other's for credit cards, debit cards, and the like. And the reason for that, let me talk about passports first. But if do you have one of those newer passports?
Yes.
The 10-year passports?
Yes.
Right. Because we know all these passports are government documents, essentially, right? How many of you here have actually taken the time to read the back page of your passport?
Not me.
In the back page of your passport, it says this is an electronic device and should be treated as such.
Okay.
So within that passport is embedded microchip. And this microchip contains the information about you. Your traveling, your personal identity, all this information is encoded in your passport.
Well, that makes sense because now I can check myself through customs by just scanning my passport.
Right.
Okay.
So what you're doing is this scanning process is essentially reading what's stored on an RFID chip on your passport.
All right.
Right. And that scanner and other scanners exist, and even some smartphone has the ability to scan your passport.
Really?
Yes.
No
And
idea.
you could essentially read the information that's on your passport. You could do the same thing with your debit cards, your bank cards and such. You could read this information. And what this sleeve does is create an electromagnetic shield that protects your documents and your cards from being scanned.
Okay.
Because hopefully when it's being scanned by someone legitimate and not someone sitting next to you.
Can sell you information.
Exactly.
Okay. So thus identity theft is at an all-time high.
Identity theft is growing at an alarming clip. It's a big deal in the U.S. and it's a great deal here as well. So the RCMP is really fighting against identity theft. And there's a lot of information on different government websites about identity theft, how to protect your passport, and hopefully you never have to do this, but how to reclaim or correct damages that were done to you.
That could take a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes years.
Yes.
To reclaim identity when someone is stolen it. So this is the way to prevent all of that.
Right.
And how can people get their hands on a blocking sleeve?
Right.
Passport size or credit card size?
Our sleeves are available online and at our website at ArmorBlock, and that's spelled ARMORBLOKK.com. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll post information there as well. But you can buy it directly on our website.
Can you tell us how long you've been doing this, by the way?
This company is fairly new. We started in December. But as you know, I've been in the IT security space for a very long time. And I noticed it was a growing trend.
Okay.
And this is a very simple and effective solution. I'm not sure if I should say this, but I can tell you this. Another effective way to protect yourself is aluminum foil.
Really?
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Take aluminum foil, because essentially what you're doing is creating an electromagnetic shield. And the aluminum foil is the quickest, simplest way to just wrap all your documents, all your cards and everything. Wrap them up in aluminum foil if you don't have access to something like this, and it'll protect you until you can get something more effective.
Okay, but we'd rather get that because it's pretty.
Yes.
And it comes in different colors, right?
It comes in different colors and patterns, and I also do these for my clients as well. So I have clients from a variety of different industries, travel, tourism, financial services and such, who buy these in bulks and give them away to their clients for their clients'
I think it's a great
protection.
idea.
Yeah. So they brand these, we brand these for our clients.
Okay. So you can basically take your logo, your company logo, and then have it
Essentially, yes.
put on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do all the design work and everything for you. It should be directed to you.
And that's amazing. Okay, so tell us again how people can get their hands on one of the sleeves.
You can get your hands on a sleeve by visiting our website. It's at armorblock.com, ARMORBLOKK.com.
Okay. Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs. My biggest supporter is in the audience here, Lindsay Wright.
Oh.
She's been a big supporter. I want to just give her a shout out.
Yeah, she's family. That's my cousin.
That's right. And I just want to shout out the Raptors as well.
Yeah!
So the Toronto Raptors are playing tonight.
So
Game
thrilled.
5.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, well, we're really proud of you, for putting this together. It's ingenious. And just before we go, can you just tell us, doing this work and you seeing so many people's lives, transform from this, how has your life been transformed?
Well, I've tried different entrepreneurial ventures over the years and whatnot. But one of the things that I learn every time I start a new project is the whole idea of taking something from just mere thought or an imagination or an idea, and then going through the process of actually seeing it materialize. And so that part for me is very fulfilling. What's even more fulfilling is when someone comes to me and says, "Oh, Del, thank you for doing this, right? I appreciate you doing this. I was looking for something like this. Oh, this has helped me."
Yeah.
That's even more gratifying to see when someone says that.
Fantastic. Well, we thank you for coming up with the idea and being here and sharing all this information. So, Del, thank you again. Del Muller, everybody, on the block. You gotta get your sleeves. We'll be right back.
Denise Fex, and today I have the pleasure of performing with my son, my 11-year-old son, Edward, who is joining me on the cajon. We're going to play a couple of songs. This isn't normally the format I play in, but it's fun for tonight, so let's do this. Woo! I thought love was so true and fairy tale, live for someone else. with faith. I'm a believer, not astray. I'm down in my mind. Oh, I'm in love. Ooh. I'm a believer, not gonna leave her if I try. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know that it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who would I believe that you'd come along? And one, and touching one, and reaching out, touching me, oh, touching you, oh, sweet Caroline. Good times they have seen, so good, so good. To be there number one. Whoa, no. See you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, go with your feet cold. We just getting started, don't you tiptoe, tiptoe. Waste time with a masterpiece, waste time with a masterpiece. You should be rolling with me, you should be rolling with me. You're a real life fantasy, a real life fantasy. But you're moving so dangerously, start living life carefully. Whoa, talk with me, baby. I'm going blind with this sweet craving, yeah. Lose my mind and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 I keep on hoping. Get by the ocean, walk with me, baby. I'll be Didi, be Naomi, oh. Lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 I keep on hoping. Get by the ocean. Walk to me, baby. Feel just sweet, sweet craving, yeah. Lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 I keep on hoping. Get by the ocean, walk for me, baby. I'll be Diddy, be Naomi, oh. Lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Ay, 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 I keep on hoping. Get by the ocean.
All right, thank you so much for joining us here on the Nikki Clarke Show, and I just want to just say thank you so much, Denise Fex. Make some more noise for her, please. And the son on the cajon. That was amazing. And he's really good. What's your son's name?
He's Eddie Jackson Moore. 11 years old, yes.
Wow, talented.
And he does do gigs with me, which is pretty cool, on a full drum kit.
Oh,
And
cool.
with the band. This is not normally the format we use. Usually I'm playing an electric guitar, and we have full drums, and we do all kinds of gigs, from corporate to private to clients like, well, not so much with Eddie, but with my real band.
Okay. What's the name of your band?
It's called Denise Fex and the Topmen.
Oh, wow.
Topmen, yes. And we're playing for corporations like BMO, WestJet, and Bacardi, and yeah, we're having lots of fun.
That's amazing.
It is. And I've been doing it a long time, you know, I started when I was 3. you know how that joke goes. Yeah, no, I've been doing this a long time, and I'm actually also a school teacher.
Wow.
And I've officially resigned from teaching 2.5 years ago, because it was just too much to juggle it all. And I guess my story that I'm putting forth in the world, it hopefully will inspire others to really follow what it is their hearts desire, their big magic, their purpose. And I really see it that we all have a DNA within us, something that our divine creator has put there. And if it's not put forward in the world, there's a missing. Not only for ourselves, because we're not complete or we're not fulfilled, but it's also missing for others. And not all the pieces are present in the world. And so that is really something to consider. And unfortunately, there's a lot of reasons why people don't act on what their heart's desire is. Right. And for me, who's like I'm an aging, rock and roll diva, because I do the Led Zeppelin and everything, when we're doing our thing.
And you do it beautifully.
Oh, thank you, thanks. And it's really, I have to confront my fears and my insecurities, thinking like, here I am, 51, and doing.
Come on, 51?
I love to say that because it's very liberating.
Could you please give her a round of applause, because we're going to talk about the cream you're using later on. But yeah, you look good, girl.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
I'm telling the truth. Yeah.
And it's a function of I have a lot of faith, and I just really believe we need to be empowered to put that forward. And people will say, well, what's my purpose? A lot of people can't seem to put their finger on it. And what I've come to understand is purpose is when we do a self-analyzation of ourselves, right. And we look for three things. If you ask yourselves these three questions, number one is, what is your passion? That's got to be number one, because that's what fuels you. Right. It's your passion. Number two is, what is your gifting? Mm-hmm. What do you do easily? What comes easily for you? Obviously, for me, it's music.
Music, it comes out of your pores. Yeah.
Yes, I did a degree in music. It's really there, for sure. And the third thing being the preparation. Right. You really have to own in on your talent and follow it through. So here I am, leading a teaching career, which a lot of people thought, Denise, what are you doing? Because it's so, you're so secure and all the benefits and all that thing. But it really takes courage. And I'm just having a really nice time. Life is good.
Like I see that. Yeah. So you're glowing and you're full of joy. And you're sharing the joy with everyone. So how can people connect with you? Where can they perform?
Yeah, I do a lot of, like I said, corporate performing and private performing, but I do some public stuff, and I do have one coming up on June 11th, which is in Mississauga. I live in Oakville, but it's in Mississauga, and it's at the Abbey Road. I guess it's a pub, Abbey Road, and it's on Erin Mills, and I'm playing there with my band. So again, it's on June the 11th at Abbey Road in Mississauga. So I would love for you to come out and see Denise Fex in the top band. And if you have any event you'd like to have a great band play for, I'm your gal. Give me a call. My website, denisefex.com. F-E-X, last name.
Fantastic. Denise Fex, everybody, thank you again. It's so amazing. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining the Nikki Clarke Show here live at La Creole, 810 St. Clair Avenue West. And sitting beside me is the founder of Taj Cosmetics. That's TAJJ Cosmetics. Please welcome June Smith to the show. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
More than welcome. And I know you've been on the road. Where have you been in the last in 40 hours?
I just got back from New Jersey. We were at the International Hair and Beauty Show in New Jersey, and just busy. Been busy for the past 2 weeks, up and down, just promoting our products.
Okay. All right. So what were you doing before you got into starting up your business? The Taj Cosmetics.
Oh my God, I worked in the banking industry for over 29 years.
Really?
And 18 years in Canada, a TD bank. And last June I decided
That's
to...
my bank, by the way.
Yes, a great band. Good band. But last June I had to give it up. Just like Denise says, you just have to follow that passion, that burning desire that you have inside. You just got to follow that. So that's what I did, and I decided last year to just give it up and focus on my passion, which is makeup.
So this is 1 year in.
1 year in,
Okay.
since I quit, but 8 years since I started my business.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a huge leap of faith. I was an educator too, and I lost my mojo and just thought, let me do something different, and started the whole media thing. So, yeah, I completely understand what it takes. A lot of fortitude of will and determination. So let's talk about your product line. I know it's very unique because it's made for women of color. Okay, let's talk about that.
Specifically for women of color. Okay, well, let's just start with how I started. I first started with the Incredible Corn Concealer. I don't know if anybody have ever heard of it, but the Incredible Corn Concealer is a product that's used to conceal the discoloration on your toes, which is this product here, and it's in 3 different shades. So what happened is that I developed callus on my toes after wearing, and I shouldn't say wearing the shoe, because sometimes it's the kind of shoes that you wear, sometimes it's just stitching in the shoe, it's just, the material can cause you to develop, like a blister, and that blister, because of our skin, so sensitive, the skin gets hard, and so I developed corn on my toes, and it was very embarrassed after that. I do my pedicure, and it would leave that discoloration. And I do have cute feet, but the corn, my corn, after I removed that callus, would just look awful. So, I would use everything from eyeshadow to lipsticks, shoe polish, everything on my feet. And so I just developed this product after, trying on everything else. I developed this product that would conceal it, would last up to 24 hours and waterproof. And then after I developed that, I realized that women were asking me if they could use it on their face because it matches their skin tone. And in 2011, I developed my complete line of makeup for women of color, which is the foundation, lipstick, eyeshadow, blush, everything. So
I like how necessity breeds invention, right?
Yes.
So you're looking for something that
Exactly.
cover your own discoloration, and then bam,
Exactly.
Okay, yes.
So that's how we started, and we're specific because there's so many different cosmetics out there. And for us, I just couldn't find my shade also. I used to have to mix and match. And so it's good that I saw the need, I feel it. So I love to say, if you make an observation, you have an obligation.
Okay.
And so I took it to be mine, so yeah. So that's how I go.
How many hues of the complexion rainbow do you cover? How many shades?
The shades, right now we have about 5 shades.
Okay.
But we find that because the product is so deeply and richly pigmented, if you have a lighter shade like your shade, I would say, okay, I'll go with the fish shades for you, because I know even though it's a lighter shade, but it still have that deep pigmentation that would match your skin tone, because we all have that deep melanin.
Yes.
So yeah.
And mine's coming out. Here's I've been tanning. Now, who's been your biggest inspiration on this? And if you want to shout out your team here.
Oh my God.
They're sitting so nicely.
Yes, my mom is in the audience there, and my son Andre, who's my graphic designer. Yes. And my aunt and my cousin, who are my supporters, she decided to not leave me. Let me leave her. She went there. But my son, when I first got the idea to start the Incredible Corn Concealer, and I was lying in my bed and I was twisting and turning because I knew I had something, and I take my time, I went into his room. It was about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I said to him, I have an idea. And he just slightly opened his eyes, and all he said to me is that, Mom, I knew you would, but I just didn't know why. And that has been my inspiration, because I couldn't let them down. Right after hearing those words, they know that you're going to do something. I'm a single mother raising 3 of them, so yeah. So they are my biggest inspiration. Everything that I do is for my boys. 3 boys. He's 26. I have a 23-year-old and a 20.
Wow.
So I have 2 finished college and 1 left.
That's amazing.
1 more year, yeah.
That is amazing. And now you have this legacy for them.
Yes. Yes.
So let's just quickly, before we go, talk about some of the trends in makeup for summer.
Oh my God. Well, we see the look. You're wearing bright red, and we have the lady over there in green and blue sitting there, and it's just this bright color. The Pantone color is just, I love it. And I love the fact that black women are now embracing colors, because we used to be on the safe side with the neutral, you know, the black. We just didn't want to, we always want to play it safe. Yeah, we always want to play it safe. And so now I love the fact that they're coming out in bold, like bold lipsticks, you know, blue eyeshadow, purple. I see us embracing purple, and I love that. I really feel excited when I see black women embracing those colors.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I love the shade that you're wearing, the lipstick color you have. That's part of your line.
That's part of my line coming out in the next 2 weeks.
What shade is that?
This is going to be called Pink Satin.
Pink Satin. Kissable lips. Right? From June's lips to yours.
Yes.
Awesome. And what other things are coming up? I know you've got some trade shows.
Well, I have so this past weekend we did the International Hair and Beauty. We have the Bronner Brothers coming up in August, which is big in Atlanta. So we're gonna make sure that we're right there, present our product to people. And you know what I love? I love the fact that the U.S. blacks, they just embrace everything. Like, I was just excited the fact that they were so excited that I had this product. Like everybody was just like, oh my God, I didn't know. And it's so funny because when I was enhancing their look, 90% of them would say, well, I had to mix my makeup. I use Clinique, or I use this, or they're mixing it.
Right.
And then when they try my product, it's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, so I was really, really excited that they're so accepting of my product.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for all your time and research and making it easy for us to put our makeup on together. Yeah, so where can people find you?
I'm right across the board, Tash Cosmetics. And let me tell you, Tash is my son Tyler, my son Andre, my son Jabbar, and I'm June. So I make sure that it stays right in there, Tash Cosmetics. So I'm right across the board at TJJCosmetics.com on Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, LinkedIn, name it. I'm there.
I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
June Smith, everybody. We'll be back. Okay, thank you for joining us here at the Nikki Clarke Show. And sitting beside me is the owner of Messengers of Love, Angelic Wellness. Do you please welcome Cari Mamone to the show? Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for being here. You look lovely.
You do too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, tell me a little bit about the studio that you have. I know you left the corporate world.
I did.
And how long were you there?
I was in the corporate world. I started at quite a young age, got married young, and I was there roughly 28 years. I worked in sales in commercial and nuclear engineering. Put in a lot of hours, a very busy job, and then I ended up going through like a job burnout, which wasn't job burnout, and I had to deal with some health issues. And that's when I left.
Okay. And then you started a studio, what year?
I started, through that whole journey of working, in order to stay grounded and balanced, I would take classes and, courses in, let's say, Reiki, integrated energy therapy, different stuff like that. And the studio probably started in 2006, but officially, I'd say 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay. Now, the studio that you have, Messengers, Angelic.
It's of Love, Angelic Wellness.
Mm-hmm. The two things that pick up for me are the Messengers and Angelic.
Yes.
Now, I'm getting a sense that this is something that has been surrounding you from the time
It has.
When you were very young,
Yes.
and you noticed that you had a gift.
Yes, that's correct.
When did that start?
Brittany, my daughter's here in the audience, and we were driving.
Hi, Brittany.
And we were talking about it, and when you say when did it start, it was just as a young child, like I always had this. And I think that when I worked in the corporate world, was raising my family, I think you somewhat squash it a bit. And then when I you know, we lost some people in our family. I got sick. It was reignited. That's how. So, yeah.
Now, so you're very sensitive.
I am very.
You can pick up
Yes.
certain energies in your environment,
Yes,
right?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your, I always say, and Brittany is super sensitive too, that it's your greatest gift. Whatever your greatest gift is can also be probably your biggest challenge.
It's a blessing and a burden too.
Correct.
Yeah, so there sometimes there situations that you have to kind of remove yourself
Yes.
because there's just too much stimulation going on.
Correct. I actually was just talking to be about going into Costco with the lighting.
Yeah.
You know, even sitting here went, oh, lots, you know, bright lights.
Lots
And,
of bright
you know,
lights.
you just feel things. I can go in the room and I can feel and sense right away.
Okay.
And sometimes you wish you weren't like that.
Yeah. But then you find your balance then.
I do. I do.
So let's talk about the studio. What kind of services do you offer?
Okay, the studio, we offer aura imaging, which is my passion, and that is works with your meridian points. You put it on your hands on a biofeedback hand plate, and it takes a picture of your aura. I have the latest and greatest system out there, and it's really fascinating. I used to work with Bea and her friends when they were all in their teenage years, and it really taught them that they were wonderful, because in your teenage years when you start maturing, you don't really think that way. We offer Reiki, integrated energy therapy, so many other things. We have a naturopath on staff. I guess one of my other focuses is, and it's probably because of my time in the corporate world, is workshops. I have the international people that come. I have a fellow actually coming June 11th from England. He is a sound and voice coach, but he also channels the angels. So he'll be working with people with their voice, shamanic sound and healing. I have a fellow that I brought in from the States who is very gifted. He works with crystal singing bowls. So that's really, the workshops just keep going and going, and I really enjoy that part of it.
Okay. So who comes to see you? Who are the clients?
It's any age group, young, old, male, female. You never used to see that many males, but now today you do. So you see, there's no set thing.
Okay. Do you think there's a shift going on in spirituality, that more people are embracing alternatives?
I do think so.
Lifestyle?
Yes, I think so. In the studio, and if you see the pictures, I have somewhat of a yin and yang effect going. You have Mother Mary there, and then you have a Buddha statue. But we have every different religion, culture, people that come there. And one thing that is universal in all of the cultures / religions is the angels. So that's kind of cool. And we do see that shift. I am converted to Catholicism, but you can do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you talked a little bit about auras.
Yes.
What color auras are out there? How
Oh
many?
my gosh. Everyone has, your aura can shift throughout the day. Everyone has a unique aura around them. Red could be force of will. You're very passionate about life, but then you have to, when you find someone like that, you give suggestions where they need to do a little bit of balancing there. You get someone that may be with a yellow aura around them. They're very cheerful. They like to learn. There's so many things that you can learn from that. Yeah.
What would be?
I'm not going to go into all the colors because you know what, Nikki, there's so many combinations.
But I'm thinking maybe like black.
No, you don't see that.
You don't see that?
No, you don't.
Do you see white?
White is definitely one you see, and normally when you see that, it means the individual has worked very hard with their connection with the divine.
Okay.
And it's a fascinating tool. There is people that use it in their practices.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. Like counselors and that sort of stuff.
All right. So where do you see yourself going in the next little while with your business, expanding it? Do you see yourself traveling or?
I haven't, Nikki, I haven't decided. I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm going to put it to you like that. And I think there was another person up here that mentioned about the creating. It is so fun just creating everything. And I've had a little bit of a slow journey just because of the things I'm dealing with with my health. So it's just so fun, and I'll just take it as it comes. But yeah, I think eventually I'd like to write a book or do something like that.
So, how has your life been transformed by transforming others through your services?
I think whenever I'm gonna kind of answer that in a different way. I think with this business I have, instead of, you know, I loved my job, I have passion. When you have passion, you have purpose. And with purpose, you know, and passion, you have a way of, you can almost give back, right? So I'm helping people, and in turn, I think I mentioned to you before, you receive tenfold.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
It's different. It's more huggy-touchy than the corporate world. Yeah. Right?
We need huggy-touchy.
Yeah, I think we need compassion, and I think that's lacking, right?
Absolutely. All right. So how can people contact you?
Okay, you can contact me at www.messengersoflove.com. That's my website. You can contact me through Facebook under Cari Mamone, M-A-M-O-N-E. You can contact me through Instagram, you can Twitter, even my phone number, 905-630-7143. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Cari, very happy that you're here.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate everything you're doing. Cari Mamone, everybody. Beautiful. It's a beautiful night. And sitting beside me is the founder of VLB Marketing. Please welcome Victor Baillargeon to the Nikki Clarke Show. Make some noise for him. Said it with as much French flair as I could. Summon.
Absolutely perfect.
Thank you. So where did you grow up, by the way?
I'm actually from a town called Tecumseh, which is right near Windsor, Ontario, right across the river from Detroit.
All right.
My family came to Canada 400 years ago, so we've got really good roots here.
Okay. Wonderful. And now you're in Toronto.
I've been in Toronto since 1981,
Okay.
and I've been in the business of selling office products through retailers like Grand & Toy, University College bookstores, stationery dealers across Canada.
Okay, fantastic. So what you have here is to me, very revolutionary. And I'm very happy that you gifted me with one of these notebooks. So it says Académico, which I believe is Spanish, on this side, and then all kinds of good stuff on the inside. And then the thing that got me was that it's made out of sugarcane. Can you show us that?
It's quite an interesting thing. 2.5 years ago, I was presented with an opportunity. I was visited by a company from Colombia in South America. I had the Colombia Trade Bureau, and I had one of the sales people from the company visit me on a cold February day with about 2 feet of snow, and they were brave Colombians.
I thought you were going to say cold day in May.
No, and it was just an amazing thing to see what this company does. They're a company that's more than 100 years old. It was founded in 1905, about the time of the Ford Motor Company. It's a family company. The share structure is one where it's owned by 280 family members. So if a person is born into the family, they end up owning part of the company. And in 1961, one of the founders' grandchildren at the time decided to start a foundation. So 23% of this company is owned by a foundation. And the most amazing thing, and this is before Bill Gates or Zuckerberg and the rest, is that the monies from the foundation go into learning centers in the impoverished areas in Cali and Colombia and Bonaventura on the Pacific coast. I visited Colombia in January, and I visited the foundation and the learning centers, and what they do is truly transformational. There's videos on our website. Grand & Toy is promoting our product, and they have videos in their website.
It's amazing.
And there's one video where if you sit and watch the video, I guarantee you 80% towards the end of the video, you will have tears in your eyes when you see the transformation after 5 years people's lives. Now, the other great thing about this company is that for the last, I believe, roughly 50 years, they've been making other paper products from sugarcane waste. And, you know, the country in Colombia is a very proud country. The people are very proud. The employment standards for the way they treat people are second to none. The environmental standards that are followed are better than companies here. And, you know, we all think of Colombia because of all the problems that the country had over years ago. And believe me, they're way beyond that. It's just an absolutely beautiful place and a beautiful story.
That's fantastic. And you said that you've seen the transformation happen with people over a span of 5 years. And that's through the funding that's happened.
Yeah, I went to one of the centers, and you know, to get to the center, you've got a driver who's taking you there. On the way there, it doesn't look real great outside. And like I said, I grew up across the river from Detroit. It's bad there. This is worse.
You've seen a lot in Detroit, and then...
Yeah. Basically, this is worse, but at least the automatic weapons are in the hands of the military and the police. Now, the people who live there are truly very, very poor. The centers have full cooking schools that would rival George Brown, where they teach people how to start small enterprises, and these are adults, and they teach them at a level where their reading skills aren't great. I've got some of the tutorials that I can show people, and you know, they take people in a very slow way where they can learn to do the accounting, purchasing, personnel administration, how to truly run a foundation. And like I said, there's some evidence in the videos that they show where they've shown some people who started a cleaning company, and they're in this one center that I visited, and after 5 years you see the woman that they're interviewing at the beginning, and when you're poor, you look beat up, nothing's great, and you know, when you see the transformation of this woman at the end, who is running a company that's doing $500,000 in business with hundreds of contractors that are cleaning sewers and so on, and doing parks work in the city. It's just an amazing thing. Yeah, and it's something that we take for granted here.
People. Yeah, absolutely.
They have microfinance bank branches in the centers. They have like stores where the restaurants and little retail stores can buy their supplies. You know, and it really, one thing that struck me is you see the serving sizes that they sell for the little retailers. You see a little bag of beans that would fit in the palm of your hand. And this is all that families can afford off in a day.
Let's see some of the products that you have. You showed this one.
Well, yeah, what we have,
a variety of colors and sizes.
There's a very large variety of products. Many of them can be imprinted for corporations. University college bookstores, for instance, like UBC, are ordering them with their logo on it. You know, it was interesting when we sold it last year to UBC. The Facebook at the Norma company in Colombia was immediately contacted by students from Colombia who were going to UBC that said, hey, this is great. We did the Green Living Show. Anyone from South America, from Panama, Mexico, El Salvador, or Peru, as soon as they saw the product there at the Green Living Show, they just identified. They said, this is like Hilroy of South America. We grew up using these products.
And it's sugar cane.
Yes.
So, you know, ecologically, like, this is really helping the environment.
Well, in the Cali region, and Colombia is the 4th biggest producer of sugar cane in the world, they actually harvest the sugar cane still by hand, so it creates employment for a lot of people. The sugar plantations have housing for the workers, schools for the kids, and churches for the families. And you know, so just to show the standards of how people look after each other. So yeah, the sugar cane goes from the field to the sugar plant, and then it's chopped up into what's called a bagasse material. That's brought to the paper plant, and it's made into paper.
I think that's amazing.
And we're also, for instance, introducing business envelopes.
And this is sugar cane.
Yes.
Amazing.
And
isn't that amazing? Yeah, you're going to have to come and take a look at the products here.
The website for the foundation is on every product. The Carvajal Foundation. The name of the family is the Carvajal family.
How do you spell that?
Carvajal. As you know, in Spanish, a J is an H.
Silent?
Yes, or silent. And you know, this is listed on all the envelopes. And I'm telling you, the family and the company, and it's a $1.7 billion company. It's one of the largest companies in Colombia. Is very, very thrilled to have their product here in Canada, and they relate a lot to the Canadian people because it's much more like Colombia than the U.S. would be, and the acceptance and things that are different and so on.
That's amazing. You
Yes.
know, I'm so happy to see how this is really it's raising up so many people. A fantastic idea. And where can people find it?
The product is available at Grand & Toy online. It's available at George Brown Bookstore, Madopo Art Supply, many independents. You'll see the York University Bookstore, and many other independent retailers and University College bookstores across Canada. And you can look at our website, which is vlbmarketing.com. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm Victor. You can just inquire through the website. That'll be the easiest thing to remember. And tell all your friends. Thank you.
Amazing. Victor Baillargeon, thank you so much. Amazing. We'll be right back. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in to the Nikki Clarke Show. And we have a man who's doing great things in the community. He is co-founder of the Ali and Khan real estate team. Please welcome Faiz Ali to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a real privilege to be here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. You've got a pin. Does
Yeah,
that
this
mean
is
something?
a realtor pin.
It's a realtor pin.
You got to be marketing and advertising so people know who you are, right? You can't just walk around and be a nobody and sell properties.
No, you've got to always be the brand.
You got to be out
Sleep
there.
the brand, eat the brand.
Of course, you got to be branded everywhere you go.
Branded, that's the thing. So when did you get branded? When did this all start, the real estate dream team?
So I've been in real estate for just over 5 years now. And basically, Khurram and I apologize, Khurram couldn't be here. He's the other part of the owner of the Ali and Khan team.
He's out selling.
He's out selling. We can't always all be off. So he's out there doing business. So basically, Khurram and I got together. We're both doing real estate for, he's been in it for about 8-9 years now. And what we found is that our business was getting to a point where we couldn't keep up with all the business. You know, we had a lot of clients coming up to us, you know, asking us to meet here. And you can't always be in 2 places at once. So we ended up partnering up so we can cover for each other and cover more ground. We're anywhere from as east as Oshawa, Whitby, and going all the way to Brampton, Mississauga, Milton. So you got to be all over the place. And then eventually we got to a point where we've generated so much business that we actually started our own team. And now we have 4 individuals on our team, and we're hopefully looking to double in size by the end of the year.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's a big wow. So you're 1/4 of the team, and I guess everyone has their own little gift. So what's your specialty?
So basically, Khurram and I are, like I said, the owners of the team. Everyone else there is a sales representative on our team. So essentially, everything is going through us. Any help that we do, a lot of educational pieces, a lot of training, and we try to equip our sales reps with all the information that they need so that it's kind of like franchising where you have a business, right? You have multiple locations. So our sales reps are our franchisees, basically, where they have little locations, and they're out there selling. They're using our team brand name, and the customers are comfortable and they're confident that it's the Ali and Khan team representing them. So they know they're always in good hands, and anytime there's any issues, we're just a phone call away.
Fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about buying a home. What are some of the mistakes that people make when they buy their home?
Okay, so more and more what's happening now is with the internet and Facebook and all this social media exposure, a lot of people are trying to take on the task of either buying their own house or selling their own house.
Okay,
And
so bypassing like real estate.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, they want to try to get around having to hire a real estate agent, and you know sometimes they find it a little bit easier. But what I tell them is that you know it's not maybe such a great idea, and you don't realize it till it's too late. And it's like going to an accountant or a lawyer. you can represent yourself in court, but the reason you hire a lawyer is because they do this on a daily basis, right? And they know the law and they know how to represent you better than yourself.
Right.
And same thing with the accountant, right? And that's what a real estate agent does. We do this day in, day out. Every single day we're doing real estate. We spend hours studying different markets, different trends, what's hot, what's not. And essentially, when you try to sell your own house, you might not realize until you've sold it and if you've committed to a contract that maybe you didn't get the best bang for your buck. Or you ended up buying a property that, you know, it's not appreciating in value, or it's in a bad pocket of neighborhood. And a lot of times you don't realize what
a money pit.
you don't realize until the neighborhood you're in until it's too late. Once you moved in, you're settled in, and you're like, oh, this is not such a great neighborhood. Just today, I had a customer call me. He looked up a house in Whitby, and he goes to me, "This is a fantastic house. I'm ready to buy it." I said, "Let's go take a look at it. My only concern is I've been to this neighborhood, and there's a railroad crossing running right behind your backyard.
Oh,
So it's inconvenience, and it might be a difficult resale."
but I bet the price was a lot lower than the other
The
prices.
price wasn't. It was,
The other houses.
you know, priced comparatively well with the other properties, but a lot of people don't realize that the railway crossing is on the other side of the fence. So because they can't see it, they automatically assume it's not there. But I mean, I've been in the area, I've seen it a couple of times, so I told them just look out for that.
Okay. All right, so that's good to know. So do your homework and hire somebody who's got the expertise.
You gotta make
guide
sure,
you through this.
if you're gonna go to, you know, if you're gonna go get your car repaired, you wanna make sure it's a reputable body shop, right? It's not just any body shop. Same thing with real estate. You gotta make sure, I mean, it's a one-time, it's a $500,000 purchase, right? You know, $600,000, $700,000 properties. Nowadays, the average detached house in Toronto is over $1 million.
Wow.
So do you wanna take on that challenge on your own?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely want to spend some time with that kind of investment before.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
So what are some good things that you should do? You know, when you meet with clients and you do a needs assessment, what are the things that you encourage them to do when they are, say, it's their first time buying a home?
Okay, so first time buyer, it's, and a lot of times I have like first time buyers working with us right now, and they go to me, yeah, we know the process, we know, we've read all about it, we've seen all about it, and we're ready to buy a house. So I asked them, okay, do you know that you can use your RRSPs as a first-time home buyer? No, I didn't know that. Did you know you're entitled to a tax credit for first-time buyers? No, I didn't know. There's a lot of things first-time home buyers, they are not aware that they have options they can exercise. There's a lot of government grants, rebates available to you.
I didn't know that either.
There's a lot of different things, and the thing is that there's so many real estate agents. There's over 35,000, 40,000 real estate agents in Toronto now. The problem,
How many?
35,000.
That's a lot.
So there's a lot of real estate agents. The problem is, only a handful of them are full-time. The ones that are full-time, they know the market. They are fully educating the customer with what they need to know. It's not difficult to pick up a house, draft a contract, and sell it.
Okay.
But you need to know what you're selling. And that's what I tell them. Education is key. So I have first-time home buyer seminars. It's mostly first-time buyers that come to our seminars. We do a whole educational piece. It's a 1.5 hour information session.
When are they?
These are usually held on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So if you go to our website, you can find it on our website. You can sign up for it. And basically, it's educational information. Listen, if you know what you're getting into, it's much easier to make the right decision.
Fantastic. How has your life been transformed through this?
With real estate, okay, so I put in a lot of hours, right? So there's a lot of things you get to learn. You have to be able to get to know the clients that you're working with. So you have to meet them many times, you know, see what they're going through. And one thing you realize is you really get to appreciate what you have. Like I get to appreciate my family. I've seen a lot of people having to move, buy or sell a house for various reasons, you know. Unfortunately, you know, someone in the family who's paying for the household has passed away, so now they no longer can afford it. Someone was looking to buy a house and they have to move from, you know, a big 2-story house into a bungalow, and ask them, why are you moving? It's unfortunate, you know, someone just was put in a wheelchair and they no longer can use the stairs. So it really makes you realize that you got to appreciate what we have. You know, we have health, wealth, family. You got to appreciate it until you lose it. You don't realize what you have.
Yes, those are real gifts that we have, definitely. So tell us, how can people contact you?
Okay, so basically our website is where you're going to find all the information that you need, our contact information. It's www.alikhanteam.com. It's ALIKHAN team.com. This has all our contact information, email addresses, a link to our Facebook. Our Facebook is facebook.com/AliKhanTeam. And I definitely encourage you to visit our website. We have a lot of information, educational material for buyers and sellers. Take a look at it. There's also our phone numbers there. I will give you our phone number at 647-991-8694.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here and sharing the information about real estate. That's hot. Thanks again. Make some noise for Faiz Ali. We'll be back.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them up. Oh yes, I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Oh yes. I said when you're down and out, oh, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. Yes. Oh, I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes, it's pain all, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. So sailor, silver girl, oh yeah, won't you sail on by? Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are underway. See, oh yeah, see how they shine. Oh, when you need a friend. Oh, I'm sailing right, running hard to know, like a bridge over troubled since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Say I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh yes it will. I say I go out to the movies and I go downtown, and somebody keeps telling me, no, you can't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh yes it will. So I go to my brother, and I say, brother, help me please. Oh, but somehow you wind up knocking me down, way down on my knees. When I thought I couldn't go on, but no, I know I'm able. See, I know I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh yes, it will. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Latoya Mullings, for like throwing it down. You have such an angelic voice, doesn't she? Yes. Oh my goodness. I didn't want you to come off the stage. One more song, please. No, you are so gifted. And how long have you been, working on your craft now?
I've been singing since I was 4 years old, right? So I pretty much grew up into a musical family where all my siblings sing, and my brothers, they would play the guitar. My father too, and I'll just never give them a chance to even rehearse every song they were singing around me. I would just catch it, and
you've got good ear. Yeah.
Yes, I just learned it, and then they took pleasure in taking me. I grew up in Jamaica, by the way.
Oh wow!
Yes, they took me to the island. Yes, and I went to a lot of different, gospel shows, and if I was singing with my sister, people would just request for me to sing along, because I was always called, referred to as the little girl with the big woman's voice. So my sisters didn't really like that too much. Just having to sing.
Where do you place in the family? Are you the youngest?
Yes, I'm the baby. I'm the
baby?
7th of 7 children. Wow. Yes, 5 girls, 2 boys.
And everyone has a musical gift.
Everyone, like we sing together, yeah, definitely.
When I was sitting down and just marveling at your presence and your voice, I was brought to church. So there's got to be some church somewhere in your experience.
Yes, definitely. I spent most of my days in church. I was born in the church, relatively speaking. And
I'm a preacher's kid.
Yes, and so when I came to Canada, I was mostly singing in the church, and that's why a lot of people were not aware of me. So now that I've come out, and a lot of people are saying that I'm new. I just started to sing, but it's because they never really knew of Latoya Mullings. But I've been around from 4 years old, just doing my little thing. But so now I'm just trying to get out there to be exposed to a more diverse audience. Right. And that's how I've come to meet you.
Yes. You blew me away at the International Women's Achievement Awards.
Yes.
You were singing Natural Woman, and even the men in the audience wanted to be natural women after you sang that song.
Yes.
So it's beautiful.
Yes, I've been trying to concentrate on major shows, like you mentioned, International Women Awards and Women in Fire. And also I got the opportunity to perform at the 34th BBPA Harry Jerome Award this
You were
year.
fantastic, I was there.
Yes, and also the Toronto Caribbean Expo, I opened up with the anthems. So I'm looking for a producer, really, a record producer who can just help me to get my work out there.
A little message right there in the audience lens. What are you looking for?
Yes, so I'm seeking a record producer. So I want to be able to make my own record. I have a lot of experience, a lot of stories that I want to put into song that I know can definitely inspire a lot of people. And you know, one of the things I love, Nikki, is when I go out there and I sing and somebody said, you know what, that song was for me, Latoya. And I feel so transformed, so renewed. I feel like I could just sing all night. And then, you know, also they want to take home my voice with them. So if I get the opportunity to be, you know, on record, then that's the opportunity where they can take me home and listen to me all night long.
Exactly. No, I definitely would wear a groove in that record. You know, listening to you, you've got a really spectacular voice. In all seriousness, so where can people get copies of your music?
Okay, so that's what we're trying to achieve at the moment, but I do have demos on my website at info@latoyamullings.ca, and it will direct you to my Facebook page, all my social media pages. Once you go to my website, let me just repeat that. It's www.latoyamullings.ca. Everything will be there. You can also see demonstrations of me singing at different shows.
Well, we'll definitely be following. And is there a shout out you want to give to anyone here in the audience?
I definitely want to give a shout out to my manager, who's sitting right there, Chris Hales from G98.7. And
Chris Hales, the voice of the news.
Make some noise for my manager, y'all. He shares my passion, he shares my vision. And I also want to definitely shout out to Rosemary. She has made it here. She had different engagements this evening, and she definitely showed up. She said she's going to be here. She's here.
I like that. When people commit to what they're going to do, I really appreciate that. And I'm holding this beautiful bouquet, and this was gifted to me by you today, and I love flowers. So I just want to thank you again for Chris for being so kind.
Yeah, definitely. I know you love flowers, so excited to. And look at the color coordination here. I wanted to mention, though, that I have been recently appointed Youth Day Global Ambassador, and Youth Day. I am truly, truly, truly honored. Just to give you like probably 1 minute of what Youth Day is all about. It's an organization that combines music, art, dance, photography, and film and fashion as well for young people. They're just trying to steer our young people away from violence, and if we can bring out their true passion, their true talents, and just connect them with the right people that can influence this, then this is what I definitely intend to do.
And Youth Day is what day?
Youth Day will be July 24th, 2016. This will be at Young and Dundas.
Okay, so right up from the Eaton Center.
Yes. This includes Young Street Closer, you all, so you gotta be there. And we will be definitely having so much fun in the sun because it's summer and it's an outdoor event, of course. So I'm looking forward to all the support. We're still looking for volunteers, if you'd like. You do receive hours for your credits, for your volunteer hours.
So 40 hours now to graduate from?
Yes, definitely. If you want hours to graduate, you can get it.
Wonderful. Latoya Mullings, everyone. She's a singer, she's a community worker, she does it all. Thank you. We'll be back.